If you own or have ever owned a home, odds are you've heard the term home appraisal before. But how much do you really know about them? In this video, I'm going to explain just what a home appraisal is, who it benefits, and also bust some widely held myths about appraisals and what you can do if your appraisal comes in low. And just for watching, drop the word appraisal below and I'll send you a home appraisal checklist so you can be ready when you have yours. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Joe Cusimano. I'm a local real estate broker with over 14 years experience helping home sellers in our area get above market average prices for their homes in less time, regardless of the market. So hey, let's get started. First, let's define what an appraisal is. A home appraisal is an unbiased professional opinion of a home's value conducted by a certified appraiser, and it's required whenever a mortgage is involved. So unless you're selling to an all-cash buyer, there will be an appraisal done on your home. The purpose of the appraisal is for the lender to determine whether the sale price agreed to between the buyer and seller is appropriate for them to make the loan given the home's condition, location, and features. See, the banks want to make sure they're not over-lending on a property because the home serves as collateral for the loan they're making. And if the buyer should default on their mortgage payments, the bank would then foreclose on the home and then sell the home to recoup the money that it lent on it. Now, a very common myth is that an appraisal is a home's true value. This is not always the case. And it's also where some sellers and buyers can get hung up. See, home prices fluctuate based on supply and demand and sell at fair market value based upon the current market conditions. The Oxford Dictionary defines fair market value as a selling price for an item to which buyer and seller can agree. Now, while it's possible for the appraisal value and the market value to be in line with each other, that is not always the case. Another common myth by home buyers is that the seller is required to reduce the offer price to the appraised value if it comes in lower. This is also incorrect. So what do you do if your home appraisal comes in below the agreed upon fair market value contract price between the buyer and the seller? Well, whenever an appraisal comes in below the offer price, the sale is stopped while the parties then negotiate a mutually agreeable solution. In some cases, the buyer or seller may request a reappraisal if they believe the initial appraisal was inaccurate or missed important factors. Alternatively, they may choose to dispute the appraisal with the lender by providing additional evidence of comparable sales data to support a higher value. Look, it's a long shot, and typically, if the appraisal comes in below the agreed purchase price, one of four things will happen. Number one, the seller can agree to lower the purchase price to the appraised value. Option number two, the buyer can agree to bring in additional cash to make up the difference between the purchase price and the appraised value. Number three, the buyer and seller can agree to meet in the middle somewhere, with the seller lowering some and the buyer bringing in some additional cash to eliminate the deficiency. And the fourth option is when both the buyer and seller are unable to agree on a solution, the escrow is canceled, and both parties then go their separate ways. Hey, I hope you found this informative, and if you're going to be selling in the next 30 days, drop me a line and a DM for a free broker price opinion of your home's fair market value in today's market.